It's actually just the fundamental belief that I have that when I'm hiring somebody, whether it's for my broker staff, my personal assistant, my real estate business assistant, I'm taking on the responsibility for life. I'm helping them put food on the table for their kids. It can't be just a temporary, let's see if this works out. And a lot of agents will go, I'm going to hire a teenager to help me out, especially doing that marketing thing. Those teenagers don't know jack about people. They haven't learned, watching TikTok all day doesn't teach them how people work. And so if you're hiring somebody, you need to hire somebody with some maturity that is going to be able to write content for you, work with your clients with the same level or more professionalism that you do. It's a hard find, and you want to be able to pay them a reasonable fee to keep them, because your investment in them is going to take a while to get them up and running, and you want to make sure it's worthwhile. So I suggest to most agents that you start looking, when you start feeling that you are truly overwhelmed, like you're now going, I can't take any more business because of my limitations. That's the trigger to start looking at an assistant. At the moment you go, I cannot handle any more transactions because it's just, I've given all I can, but I need to have work-life balance. My spouse, my partner, my kids need to see me. That's when you start finding a referral agent in your office to go, I'm going to send buyer leads to you. I'm so busy, I need to send buyer leads to you. I'm going to get a portion of that through referral fee and the rest. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take whatever excess money I have in my business and put it in an account. I'm going to set my budget. And everybody, there's websites. We go through this in the REPA class. I give them a whole bunch of websites where you can go find out what the average compensation or salary is for this type of person in your marketplace. And so let's say it's $35,000, $40,000 a year. Let's say it's $40,000 a year, because I'm not a math person. So we're going to do 40. I could do the math better. When I've got 20,000 sitting in a savings account, when I've got 6 months of their income in a savings account, that's when I know I can hire somebody. See, one of the false premises I've seen from agents is that they think that if they hire an assistant, that assistant's going to bring more money to the team. And eventually it does. But it takes you about 6 months to get all 10, 25 years of stuff in your head into their head and get a system working. You can't expect them to automatically start taking your team over on day one. So my suggestion is 50% of whatever their annual salary is going to be needs to be in a savings account and ready for you to pay them. Then you hire them. Until then, you refer all the buyers or whatever. I prefer to refer buyers. Refer all the buyers out. Keep your sellers, because you can work a lot more sellers simultaneously can a buyer. Take that referral fee for the buyer and whatever money you can and put in an account. If you can't afford to do that, you can't afford to hire an assistant. Because if you don't have the money to put in a savings account, you wouldn't have had the money for their salary. You're going to hire them and let them go immediately. So, and you want to time it so you're hiring them in the winter months when you're slower and can focus on training. I know a lot of agents hire in the middle of summer when they're going crazy. Well, you don't have time to train them. And so what you've done is your already precious time, you're now dividing into training and directing an assistant, and you get frustrated because your business is going crazy, but now you have this extra liability of your time for a few months. So going on those winter months, I like hiring, right January 1st or so through February, March, give them a month or two to figure out what's going on in your world before you start getting crazy or busy. So you start saving around July, you get about 50% of their salary up and then hire in the winter months.